Let there be peace, love among all beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar, Namaskar. Welcome. Truth triumphs a holy person. Truth triumphs, truth exalts, you can say. Truth triumphs. Truth exalts a holy person. One has to be holy to merge into holiness. As water poured into the river Ganga becomes immediately Ganga and has that sacred qualities. Likewise, one has to be holy to merge in the self. Hitherto I have been speaking about all the people who have been enlightened were either kings or queens. And I promised that people of all ranks and file have been enlightened. Soldiers and hunters. Ratnakar was the hunter. One contact with the sage, he became a sage himself, a hunter, decoy. And others, people of very menial jobs, like there was a barber saint also, his name was Sena, a butcher, Sadhna, and even a prostitute, Pingala, maid servants, worker at the lower, in the house, working in the houses also, attained holiness and got enlightened. So one by one, we will pick up. And this morning, I will tell you a story of how about a servant who comes on a casual job to sweep the houses of the people. In India, they have got part-time workers. They come, wash clothes, sweep the floor, and wash the dishes and get away for very small wages in the month. And some people were visiting from south to north and north to south on pilgrimages. So all over the world the people came to these holy places, called it Lumbini, place of birthplace of Buddha, Kushinagar also, Nirvana place, and Amarnath, Kedarnath, Badri, Gangotri, Yamunotri, Kashi, Ayodhya, Chitrakoot, Naimisharan. There are many holy places in India, and people from all over the world, they come to these holy places. And this time, a group of people come to Kashi, Varanasi. and they were from Maharashtra. They speak about a saint, and Kabir himself was an enlightened person, enlightened family, wife, son, daughter, all enlightened. So they spoke about one woman, worker, and they speak to Saint Kabir that we also have in South a woman worker, her name is Janna. And they told many stories about her. And as you know, people of the same profession, same interest are very happy to see each other. As recently in Wimbledon tournament is just now over, and how happy the people who won this cup, World Tennis Cup, Wimbledon Tennis Cup, how they have been happy with the cups together. And they invited each other, singles finals, Steffi and Agassi. I have seen their photo. So likewise, you see, saints also will like to see the saints. So this Kabir has decided he didn't find anybody in the north, so he traveled to south and goes to a place which address was given to him. Python was the name of it. He inquires, is there any Saint Janna living here? Everybody said, no, we've never heard of it. We've never heard of it. There's no saint by that name here. So making inquiries from door to door, he was asked, there is one woman by this name, but she is a menial worker working with one Eknath. You make inquiries, so Kabir goes there and inquires. And he says, yes, she comes in the morning and sweeps the floor and then washes the dishes and she goes away, but at the market square, he sells dung cakes. You know, dung cakes are here people use for firewood. Here you have seen dumps of fire cakes and people use it for firewood. That has been the custom flow before. And she sells on the market square. So Kabir goes there. But there were 20 other people, 20 other women were also selling in the baskets. I should call them cow dung cakes, I do not know. You may not have seen, but here you may have seen the dumps of these cakes by the roadside in Indranagar, either everywhere, even on this road, A block, when you go to this Nirgiri complex on the left, there is some dump of these cow dung cakes, we call it, in English. So there were 20 women selling the same thing. And he inquired, is there any Janna among you? First of all, this was a shock to Kabir. Kabir himself was a weaver. So he comes and he was astonished that this worker, a menial worker in the house, can be a sage of high order. Then he goes to the marketplace and then he says, 20 women are selling the same thing. She inquired one of them, is there any Janna among you? Yes. It is she that two women who are fighting. One of them is Janna Bai. So, another shock to this Kabir, fighting and a stage. He couldn't believe. But then he said, there fighting must be between two persons. So among the two, who is Janna? He's asking. So he asked the other woman, who among you is Janna? And the other woman said, it is this who has stolen my dung cakes. That's all. Thief also. And Kabir is further surprised. Thief also. And what has she stolen? I went to drink water and she has stolen my dung cakes, some of my dung cakes are alike. So during this my absence, she has put my dung cakes in her basket, and she is a thief, and they are quarreling. And now he addresses the other woman who was keeping quiet. It was this woman who was asking, she is a thief, but actually what happened? It was this person, it was this woman who has stolen the cakes of Janna Bai. And she was on the contrary fighting with her, she has stolen. And how to distinguish which are the dung cakes and who is the thief, how to know? Two persons are fighting, how to know who is right and who is wrong? And then he addresses this woman, and then Kabir is asking, why you have stolen her dung cakes? Then she said, and Kabir is now surprised. And she says, listen, Master Kabir, listen, Master, listen, Guruji, it is she who has stolen the cakes, not me. And just to cover up her crime, she is blaming me. And this is a fact. Now you decide. I have not stolen, she has stolen, and she is blaming me for nothing. Now Kabir is in a puzzle now. The cakes are alike. How to distinguish? As you have some $10 notes, they mix up. How to distinguish which belongs to whom? Like this thing. Then Kabir says, now how to? She says, you have stolen her cakes, you are a thief, and you say, you are a thief. How to decide? Then this Janna tells, I tell you, sir, the cakes are not the same. Cakes are not the same. Kabir is again surprised. Cakes are the same. Now, how to decide? How to decide who is a thief and who is not? Now, Kabir cannot decide himself, and she says, sir, you sit down. You sit down. There is much difference between the cakes which I said and the cakes which she said. And you will know which are my cakes and which are her cakes. You sit down and you listen. Each cake, you listen with your ear. My cake, chant the name of Ram. Even cakes. Again Kabir is surprised because Kabir was the person who was always waking, dreaming, sleeping. Always he had chanted the name of Ram. 24 hours chanting the name of Ram, and there was nobody else. Waking, dreaming, sleeping. All the time he was devoted to the Supreme. And he is now surprised to listen. Not only she hears, she speaks the name of Ram with her lips, her tongue, her mind, her breath, even anything that she touches is speaking the name of Ram. This is the power. Although Kabir, when he used to utter the name of Ram, any word that you utter, it has its vibration. Ram manifested and sat in front of him when he was weaving cloth. And Ram, each time when he said Ram, and Ram was in front of him. Any word that we chant, that we speak, that we think, has its own aura. It has to be represented by itself. Any name that you utter has to be in front of you, but you have to be holy. You have got to be holy. Because truth exalts a holy person. If you want to be free, you have got to be holy, and there is no other reason about it. You can't have two things at the same time. You have got to be holy if you want to be free from this ocean of samsara. You can't go otherwise. So when we utter the word consciousness, don't hear by ear only. Don't hear by ear. If you are holy, this word has to enter where its place is. So we are every day speaking about consciousness. If you are pure, immaculate, it has to merge into the source itself, and consciousness is your own source. And what is the division? Vasanas. Vasana is the division between you and consciousness. This is the veil between you and consciousness. When the veil is lifted, you become holy. And the truth will exalt you. You are exalted. You are devoured by truth itself. So, it's absolutely necessary if you are here for freedom. You have got to be holy. There's no other way. Don't waste your time. Don't fool yourself that keeping the vasanas, and also we want to be free, never it is heard any time before. Only recently, with the recent gurus I hear, you can do as you like. I'm very sorry about it. You do as you like. Express what your mind needs to express. This is enough expression that manifestation is in front of us. what further expression we need. So some of the gurus, I do not know what is their aim, to destroy the young boys and young girls, giving them foolish teaching. It's a very shameful affair. I do not know why you have been attracted to such gurus. I think it is your fault, it is your fault, it is your fault. If you go to bar, if you go for a trip on heroin, whose fault is this? Heroin is not calling you. Cocaine is not calling you. Morphia is not calling you. It is lying as it is there itself. Who is attracted by this and destroy himself, herself? It is you who are responsible. You want to be destroyed. You are not compelled to go near the drug. Who told you? It is your fault. Don't blame the heroine and she is stupid. No, it is your fault. You wanted it to be destroyed and you are destroyed. That's all. There are other holy people also. They have gone to holy places, you see. There are many holy gurus, many holy gurus everywhere, you see. It's very plain, very honest. You need to be holy because if you want to be free, if you don't want to be free, it's your choice. This is manifestation for your enjoyment only. You enjoy for you have already completed one circle. 35 million years you have already spent. If you are still hungry, get along. Who calls you here? Maybe few people who are fed up, who have enjoyed, and now they want to wed with Miss Equanimity, Miss Tranquility, Miss Shanti.
Prabhavati. Come here. Sit down here. Beloved Papaji, I feel a painful recognition when in the interview with
David.
David, you spoke about the unworthiness of your disciples, who, when given the diamond of the freedom, don't respect and treasure it, and therefore lose it in the fish market. Last year you showered me with jewels of compassion, grace, and love. And in my stupidity and arrogance,
Traded. I traded
them for objects of passion and lust. That's what I speak about, no? That's what I speak about. That's the unworthiness of the people whom diamond is handed over. they're unworthy, and I don't recognize the unworthiness, I go on giving. They misuse it, therefore they will suffer the consequences, not only here, for millions of years. Diamond is lost, doesn't matter, you don't lose anything. But if you are unworthy, the punishment is very severe. Very severe, that's how it is described. Yeah. There's only 2 cases so far in the history when the disciples have been unworthy. One was unworthy and he saw his unworthiness to the teacher, and before there have been no unworthy disciple, therefore no punishment had been prescribed, because if there is no crime at all, how there could be any punishment? So he imposed on him what could be the maximum punishment? Death, isn't it? Maximum punishment can be death. He says, no, everybody dies. So I have to be unworthy to the teacher. I have to find something much more on my own. So what he did, he collected sawdust. Heap of sawdust he collected. And you know sawdust?
Yes.
It doesn't burn quickly. Slowly does it burn, and then his head out of the heap of the dust, sawdust, and he ignited the sawdust and slowly he was burning. Up to the end, he was speaking. This is the punishment which I have imposed on my own self. I had been unworthy to my teacher. And those who have studied this sutra, particular sutra, they have known who this man was. So this is the unworthiness I speak, but still I don't mind. It is their business to take care of the diamond, not mine. When somebody comes, I go on giving, I don't lose anything. I don't care for their worthiness and unworthiness. It is for them to decide if they have to keep it, love it, honor it, they will be benefited, and that benefit cannot be assessed. That benefit cannot be assessed, what is going to be. And punishment is great, you see. Please, Master, beloved Master, help me burn through my stupidity, arrogance, and unworthiness that keep me a stranger to you, to your love even now. May I touch your feet and drink again the diamonds from your eyes. I bow to you in love and gratitude for all I have been given. Prabhavati. Okay? Chalo. Chalo. Alexander, please come here. Please sit down. Thank you for existing. I came to Lucknow to meet two people face to face. You and me. Could you please provide introduction? Very difficult. You cannot meet. You cannot meet. I can't give you any introduction also. You can never meet. No one could ever meet. No one have ever met with. Two people, you and me, have never met with. The lane is very narrow. Lane is very narrow. Therefore, two abreast cannot walk. Edge of a sharp sword. You and me cannot tread on that sword. Can anyone abreast two and me together? Not possible.
If I'm on your shoulders, maybe. If I'm riding on your shoulders, maybe.
What?
If I'm riding on your shoulders.
Shoulder. But then, if I am, then there should be no if. No if then. If is doubt, no? If is doubt, remove the if. Remove the if. Now, what will happen?
There I am, on your shoulders.
What is it?
There I am on your shoulders.
Yeah, okay. Then how many people are there? How many?
I want to say one.
Huh?
I want to say one.
One. Okay, very good.
One.
One. Not two. Not two. Okay. Not two. One. One can go. Yeah. And now when one is left, who will ask anything to himself? Who will ask anything to himself?
Depends on how crazy he is.
On the razor's edge, who will ask anything to himself? He can't look behind.
No one.
No one is following. Ahead, no one there. Nobody is there. This is the situation, no introduction. He is alone, nobody is there. Nobody ever has gone on this narrow path. No one imagines. All the people are going other directions. On this, no one walks because it is very sharp. No company, no amusements. Therefore, people are very afraid, and this takes you to eternal happiness. All the rest will take you to hell for millions of years, and everyone is going. Like sheep. Like sheep, you see. Like sheep, everyone is following without and looking where they are going, simply following one behind the other. Sheep do not know where they are going, only herded by the butcher. Where? Where are they going? To the butchery, isn't it? Yes, who's the butcher? Desire. Going to butchery means death. That's all.
Where's the sword? Where's the sword?
Sword is this, I want to be free. This is a sword. How many people have you heard speaking about it? Speak from the parents, family, society, country. How many people? Friends. There. Nobody? No talk. Yes. Everybody wants fun. Everybody is hell-bound. No one speaks about this way. Simply following sheep, that's all. As their parents have told, as their priests have told, as the politicians have told, as the society has told, simply following. And listen to what they have been told. Have you ever kept quiet and hear your own voice of your own Atman from inside? You all listen from what you have been told by your parents, isn't it? By society and church. That's all your training is. And therefore, everyone will go to the butchery.
I hear voices, but how do I tell which is the authentic voice? So many things seem inauthentic to me. How do I see which is the real one to perceive?
Simply reject what you have heard, even now. Reject up till now what you have heard from anyone. Tell me what's the result. Just for example, forget about what all you have heard till now.
I got a message on my 30th birthday in meditation. I was in Bahamas with students.
I said forget about everything till now.
Oh.
I heard about message of meditation. Till now, this moment, this second, this moment, this instant. For 1 second. And tell me, what's it?
Nothing.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Yes, then. Did you do it before? Any time before? Now you say nothing.
I don't know.
Yes. Now you know. Now you know at least that you don't know, isn't it?
I don't know.
Okay. Keep up. Keep up, I don't know. Yeah, that's all. You got the introduction now?
I don't know.
Okay, well.
Is this it?
Huh?
Is this it? Is this it?
Yeah, I don't know. There was one saint, I'm just reminded, in south of India. He had only one son, and the son was about 10-year-old and he fell sick. And he used to meditate, and his wife used to get very angry with him all the time meditating. And he was he was a farmer. He says, look at the fields of other people and the crop is growing and you have not even plowed the field. Now your son is sick. You must take him to doctor and is still meditating. Then his wife was very angry, and there was one sugar cane, you know, big sugar canes. Then she took a sugar cane and bet him on his head. And it broke into 3 pieces and he laughed. He laughed. He said, oh, you are very wise. You have made 3 pieces of this sugar cane in one stroke, one for me, one for you, and one for our son. Okay, now he was very serious. He still is meditating. Now son died. He gives the news. Very angry he comes. And then only says, he goes the way he came. That's all. He goes the way he came. The one who has given us his son, he is now happy to take him away. What do you lose? What do I lose? It was given to us, and it is now taken away. What is the question? This is called, the circumstances are projected and you must see. And if you cry, what happens? What happens with crying? What will happen? What has to happen is happen. One has to die, he has to die. No one can avoid death. Sages, saints, gods, all have to die. Whosoever has become something has to die. And he who has removed his ego, he will not die. And don't be surprised when I say don't be surprised, because what he thinks that he is born, his concept that there is a birth and death is the opposite of birth. This concept of birth also goes away, you see. Then where is the death and where is the birth? And this is the end of cycle, you see. Death is for the body. If you remove your shawl, you are not going to die. So bodies you have worn many times, you see, and still you are alive. Now this is somewhere else. New dress you are wearing, that's how the body may be different. And the soul is the same. And you are the soul, not the dress. You see. Only this you have to understand, and there's no problem of anything. I am that which dwells in my body and not the dwelling place. I am the indweller and not the dwelling place outside in which I dwell. I am indweller of this bhavan, house, not the house, isn't it? Not the house. House is walls and roof, not touching. And there inside the house, only I am in the emptiness of the house, you see. Emptiness, you see. And if you know this, I am emptiness, who will take you away? If you become wall, it will break after 100 years, 200 years, it will break. If you become roof, it will fall down. But if you become this emptiness, it will remain, even the 4 walls are removed, it will remain. What you like to become. Only this you have to understand.
Can't lose it. There is nothing that I can lose or gain.
Very good. You have done all that had to be done. What had to be done, you have done very well. And that was to go to satsang. And you have fulfilled all your liabilities, responsibilities, and duties and dharmas, whatever it is. Who has brought you here will look after you.
My friend said you are the cosmic garbage man. My friend who had been here said, "You are the cosmic garbage man, and I wanted you to take away all my remaining garbage."
Yes, yes, yes. But nobody gives me even garbage, still I am clean, you see what? If I tell you that if he told you I am a garbage man, still he has taken the garbage with him. Yes, yes. He should have left garbage, and I accept garbage. Yes. I accept garbage. Yes, yes. Everything, so many things is a garbage. So I just say, put your garbage here. Yes. Yes, I am ready.
Burn it.
Yeah.
Burn it.
And put it here. Put your garbage here and don't take it back. Because everybody likes garbage and puts in the pockets. That's how. Without this smell, nobody lives, you see. What to do? Born in garbage. Even before the birth, one is in garbage. You know. After the birth, also in garbage. After life, also in garbage. Nobody will touch you. You may be very dear and near to someone, when this bird flies away through the nose. No one will touch you. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Dear Papaji, what is this full and complete self-realization? As you mentioned in your book, Papaji, I have only met two men apart from Maharishi who convinced me that they had attained full and complete self-realization. Yesterday, I heard you again say, "Truth exalts a holy person." I have not yet passed the final teaching to anyone. So with reference to this, I can only explain truth exalts a holy person. And I can't comment about you if you are that holy person who has merged in truth itself and has become truth. And I have not passed on the final teaching to anyone. This is also correct, because I have yet to see a worthy person. So when I speak about this, many people object to it and they want to understand who is a worthy person. Worthy person is one who has attained the final understanding that he itself is truth. This is worthiness. And you declare, I am truth myself. And then ask me the question later on. This is, I call, worthiness. No separation between lover and beloved. No distinction between wave and the ocean. That I call worthiness. How is it possible to taste awakening with such clarity and then allow duality and concept reappear in the non-existent mind? So this you are speaking through the mind itself. When the mind is not there, and then there are no concept. Mind and concept, they are so different. Wherever there is mind, there has to be concept. And when the concept is there, This is duality, I am not that. So you have to become worthy and merge into the ocean like river merges into the ocean and gets lost. No more river, ocean itself. Once I have tasted an apple, I will forever know that it's apple. It tastes like the apple. Like this, the flavor of truth is always in my heart. So this is quite good, you see. But the apple that you have tasted, you already taste for the second time and call it, this is the apple taste, because you had already known. And people who have not tasted the apple, they can't say this is an apple. So you speak of the past, but this is not the case with the truth. Truth is ever new, ever fresh, and none has ever tasted it. You become that itself. And for taste is some other object which the taster has tasted, the object of taste. So that is trinity instead of duality. But there has to be unity. There is no apple, no taste, and none ever has tasted it. Nevertheless, the words full and complete self-realization remain a mystery to me. From your gracious beingness, I have just tasted the dust under your feet, wondering what is it all about. In your grace, I love you, Shobha.
There was a washerman who goes from his village to the riverside for washing the linen, loaded on the donkeys, and returns back in the evening. Once upon a time, there was a game hunter, and one tiger came to drink water, and this man fired at the tigress, and she was pregnant, and with the bullet into her stomach, the cub fell out. The cub was outside, his mother like that, and this hunter came and skinned the tiger and took away, leaving the small kitten behind. This washerman saw the kitten and he put it in the linen and the basket and took it home and was feeding milk with the feeder to this cub. And slowly she is growing, and now in about 6 months' time she is walking along with the donkeys to the riverside and going back. When it grew further, then the washerman loaded the linen side clothes on the so-called tied inside it. Going in this. At another time, one tiger was coming to drink water and he saw a tiger of his own species grazing grass along with the donkeys. And he was confused. He says, what's the matter? Donkey is the food of a tiger. He can eat very well the donkey itself. Why is grazing grass? So he ran to see if I am in doubt to see if it was a tiger, because it never happens. The tiger, along with the donkeys, grazing the grass. So he was confused. He goes near. The donkeys ran away, and so this tiger also ran away. And then he ran and got hold of the neck of the tiger. He says, you are a tiger and why you are running away? No sir, don't eat me, I am a donkey. My brothers and sisters are gone and they may be remembering me. And please leave me, I have to go home. Don't eat me, sir. He doesn't agree, he brought him. He tells him, you are a tiger. I'm not tiger. I'm donkey. So he takes him near the lake with the caught hold of his neck, took him on the lake and he says, look, your face is just like my face. Now open the mouth and roar like me. He roared. And he became a tiger. Now, how much time did it take him to become a tiger? How much time? Huh? Just a roar. That was the roar I was referring to other day. You are not different than the tiger. And it was already a tiger. It didn't become, donkey didn't become a tiger. The tiger became a tiger. This is all fun with us only. So we are grazing grass along with the races. Thank you. So we need a tiger. And who will say just roar? Rah! Just roar. I am that. Yes, I am that. Tatvamasi. You are that. I am that. The roar is replied. Roar replied. Aham Brahmasmi. I am enlightened. Thank you. Thank you, Master. He went to the forest, never went to that village again. So, Uma got it or no?
Yes, yes.
Huh? What do you say?
No, I'm the master.
Tigre. I'm tigre.
Tiger. Yes. But when I say, Master, when I knew I'm the tiger, I have the experience, I was yourself in ecstasy. This, I had that experience, but I want to be always like that, I don't want to forget I don't want to forget the tiger,
Big difference. You don't
And
forget.
sometimes I forgot,
You don't forget from Paris, from Bangkok,
Yes.
from Hong Kong, from Tokyo, from New York. You don't forget this tiger. Where else you go?
Yes. But sometimes,
What a mystery that we do though.
Eh?
yes.
But I do. Forget. What a mystery.
Yes.
I do
Call
forget.
it a mystery.
Huh?
Call it a mystery, no problem.
Well, I don't understand it.
Eh? Call it a mystery, that's all. Samsara. Then you enjoy samsara and nirvana, same thing. Understand? When you know it's a mystery, samsara and nirvana, same thing.
But Poonja, always we're looking at our own face, our own self looking back at us. Why do we not see sometimes?
Huh?
Always it's like our own self looking at us, like the tigers when he sees his face in the lake. He wakes up. Why sometimes we don't see?
You want to enjoy some more days in this state?
No. I think I'll just look in the mirror.
Anyway, you are being taken to the lake. Believe that. You are being taken to the lake. And if you are in the jaws of a tiger, He will not leave you. He will take you to the lake and you will identify yourself with what you really are.
And I can see that's really true in the moment. Like in the moment, it's totally true for all of us right here, right now. You can see ourselves as you show us. But when we have this conversation, we're talking about our future, so it's not true.
Then you remove but from your statement, it will not slip away. Where this but came from?
Maybe on the donkey.
But spell makes a man donkey. If the but is not used, try and see who you are. In your whole statement, you remove just but, okay, who you are.
Anything to say at the tiger?
This is the road. Coming.